Okay, so welcome to today's video. Now, I made a post on Instagram for a Q&A, 30K Q&A. I haven't done one in a while, so I figured that today would be the day that I just do something or do a question and answer. I'm gonna try to answer as many as possible in the most shortest time. Dude, I'm gonna murder these names. Eric Aspiona _7. What's your favorite challenge you've done? And yes, I have a favorite challenge, and it is the barbecue challenge that I did. One of my first challenges, I think it was like my third or fourth challenge, and it was a pretty big one. So, and by far that was my favorite challenge. It's just everything about it was really good, even though it was a absurd amount of food. But yeah, favorite challenge. Question from Honey Lord, do you take any probiotics? And I do off and on. I take probiotics only if I'm going to do a food challenge, and if it's a heavy one, I'll buy probiotics. But as of lately, I've been out of them for maybe like 2 months. I've just been too lazy to buy them. Also, I have a pretty normal digestive system, believe it or not. I never really struggle to digest the foods that I eat, thank God. So I don't ever go through constipation or have trouble just passing through the food that I eat. Question from the Lumber Jake. What's your favorite dinosaur? That's easy, it's a raptor. Because when I was young, I swear to God, I used to pretend like I was a raptor and run around my yard making raptor noises. I swear, I was like a raptor, like obsessed about raptors. Next question from Nasha Staley. I apologize. Will you come to Miami and eat a pizza with me? Or yes. Without a doubt. It's totally Cody. When do all the Canadians leave Boca? Holy feck. They're snowbirds. They come down here when it's cold up north, and they're here for the winter, but some still kind of migrate for a couple months and then they go back. Question from Curtis. Will you ever do real competitive eating like a competition? I've done a couple of them. I don't necessarily know if they're like real contests, but this month, I think on the 21st or 22nd, I'm going to do a contest with MLE, which is Major League Eating, and it's the weirdest contest too. It's corn eating contest, so corn on a cob, and literally you have 12 minutes to try to figure out how you're gonna eat corn the fastest. I should be practicing because that's not this weekend, but next weekend. But that, I guess, will be the real, I guess, first contest. Miley89, would you live with Jason 24/7 and become Koth Nate? Absolutely not. I like Jason, but I can only handle him, you know, maybe once a week or twice a week. That's pretty much it. Anything more than that, I'm gonna lose my marbles. Caitlin Blanchard, are you working toward a specific fitness/physique goal, or for a competition, or just to maintain your physique? Now I'm gonna answer two questions in one. I've been asked a couple times, if YouTube did not exist, what would I be doing as a hobby instead of doing what I'm doing now? For physique wise, I'm just trying to maintain my physique. I'm not trying to be anything special. I gave up trying to be like a bodybuilder or something in that nature or realm, because for me it wasn't realistic. It just wasn't my cup of tea. If it hadn't been for maybe if I got into YouTube for the past 2 years, I probably would have continued trying to become a bodybuilder. I don't know who asked that question, but I answered it. Brandon Fraser, how would you say gear has affected your health in general? What negative side effects would you say came along with getting on gear aside from addictiveness? I don't think I stayed on gear long enough to really have any negative side effects to my health, but something that I did notice while using Tren years ago, I did break out pretty bad on my back, and it wasn't when I was using, it was when I actually came off. It doesn't help that I naturally have acne from my genetics. So I guess that would be the worst side effect that came along with gear. All right, really quick, I thought this was a great question from the Misto Colitis. Any tips on working on public speaking / vlogging skills? Okay, first of all, I want to say that I am a horrible public speaker. Also, me speaking to the camera, it takes a lot of practice, and I guess you have to get really comfortable, and it's not an easy thing, and I struggle with that literally every time I turn on this camera. I struggle with speaking to you guys. There's some days where I can't even speak at all, and it takes me like literally 10 or 15 clips just to, I guess, get something that I feel that communicated to you guys good. Even doing this for the past 2 years, I still get uncomfortable at times. There are some days that I feel that I can communicate really well, and then there's most days where it's a struggle. I guess any advice I would say is just practice more often. Even when I look at my old videos, it makes me cringe really bad when I see the way I spoke to the camera, but practice and practice and practice is only gonna make you better. I hope that makes sense. Post-workout meal, I'm starving. Last thing I ate was before I left the house, which was around 2 o'clock, which is crazy. So, Domlay, best way to prep for a food challenge. When I first was trying to look for or research how to do food challenges, there is a website called foodchallenges.com that one of my friends, Randy Santel, operates. So on that website, you have tons of information on how to capacity training. One of the slogans is win before you begin. So if you're gonna go to a pretty big food challenge, you wanna kind of get an idea of how to prep your stomach to eat large amounts of food. That website has really awesome articles. So if you're looking on ways to do it, I suggest you just go through the articles and look at the content. It's good content. Tanner Valmeyer, are you still on any gear? Nope, I haven't been on anything 3+ months, and honestly, I feel perfectly fine. I did go through the, I guess, withdrawals in the beginning, feeling kind of tired, unmotivated, those common characteristics when you do come off of gear. But at the moment, I'm not on anything. If I do, you guys will definitely know. I'm pretty transparent about things that I do. Dan Bridges, what are your best tips for someone just starting a YouTube channel? So this is all my opinion, and this is what has helped me. God, these mosquitoes are killing me. Entertainment value, and what I mean by entertainment value, I will give myself as an example. So when I first started my channel, it was strictly just fitness related. The fitness YouTube realm is very hard to get recognized in because there are so many people trying to start a fitness channel. As soon as I switched the fitness realm into, like, I guess, I don't even want to say competitive eating, but okay, I'm just gonna say competitive eating. Eating in general, large amounts of food, it started to get more noticed. Another thing is, I feel like I have nothing to offer when it comes to just fitness advice. Yes, I have 8+ years of lifting. All that lifting is just my own experiences. Every body's body is going to respond differently, so what works for me is not going to work for somebody else. Bottom line, it's just entertainment value. Also, another key factor is knowing other people, and I will just say this, my channel would have not grown as fast as it has without collaborations with other people. And yes, Jason Genova, Andrew, Beast Aesthetics, RZ Fitness, everybody who I've actually met through YouTube, it helps just a little bit. It widens the spectrum of the people that view your channel. So you go on a different channel, other people watch you. If you have good content, they'll come and watch your stuff. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but those are all things that has helped me. Anilmiz, Las Vegas versus Florida, that's a tough one. When I first came to Florida, I used to want to just go back to Vegas, but after I've been here for 3 years, a lot of different opportunities have opened up for me, so I'm almost like in between. Vegas has my family, my friends. Florida has more opportunity for me. But I think I'm leaning more towards Florida and Vegas just for vacation and family. Sickening, pissening, sickening, pissening, sickening, pissening, sickening, pissening. Bear, Maine, you are a pretty strong dude. Ever think about competing in powerlifting? Well, I'm not as strong as I used to be, but that doesn't mean I don't want to do a powerlifting show. I just wouldn't at the moment just because I have really bad shoulder issues. Yes, I would. Just not in the moment. Hey, a ladybug is on the lens. Are ladybugs just she or he? Tim Tabadu, oh, he flew away. What would you do if you were given the chance to collab with Matt Stonie? I think that's a given. Of course I would. Of course! The dude is ridiculous. Matt Stonie, the things that he does, mind boggles me. I have no idea. Like, he just did a video, 200 peeps. I don't even know what the minutes, but it doesn't even matter how long it took. 200 peeps. That is crazy. Corey Cook, do you eat low cal, high volume / drink gallons to stretch your stomach before eating? And what do you think about performance enhancing drugs in competitive eating? Now, when I first started going to challenges, I would definitely prep, and I used some of the strategies on foodchallenges.com that I just referenced earlier in a question. Eating large amounts of broccoli, lettuce, spinach, fruits, foods like that, so you can stick as much stuff in your stomach as you possibly can without adding a tremendous amount of calories. My body has adapted to the large volumes of food, so it's very easy to stretch your stomach again after you've done it so many times. If I was going to do like a crazy challenge and something that I was iffy about, I would definitely do some prep before that challenge. Now, the second question you ask is any performance enhancing drugs in competitive eating. As far as I know, I don't use anything, but I think I know what you're talking about, GHRP6. It's known to increase your appetite, so people that struggle to gain weight, usually in bodybuilding or somewhat, they use that to help them eat more food than they would. I personally think that if you were to use GHRP6 and say you have a massive amount of food, but your body isn't used to eating that massive amount of food, yes, it'll make you hungry, but it won't make you eat all that food. It will not. Your stomach isn't stretched to fit all that food. And I personally don't think, like, let's just say, for example, if I used GHRP6 and I went to a food challenge and it was something like that was huge, it wouldn't make me eat more than I can already eat. It would make me hungry going into it, but it wouldn't make me eat more. Is it in competitive eating? I'm sure that some people have used it. As far as I know, I don't use it. I don't know anybody else that uses it, but I'm pretty sure that nobody would actually come forth and say that they use it. Question from Ian Boro, when did you start lifting? I started lifting in 2008. I was incarcerated in jail, and I was using, well, I don't know lifting, but I was using my bodyweight calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups. We had water bags. We had to get creative on how we were gonna work out. So when I did get out of jail that time, I got a gym membership, and it's been a big, huge part of my life. If it hadn't been for lifting, I definitely would not be where I am today. God knows where I'd be. Adam Moran, any plans for a UK tour? The people want to see Nathan Figueroa versus Beard Meats Food, LOL. I would love to go to the UK, do some breakfast challenges, do some burger challenges, do a challenge against Beard Meats Food. That would be super dope. I'd be down to do that. Hopefully, you know, not this year, but next year I can do some traveling. That is one of my big goals. I really want to experience someplace other than the United States. Okay, I have to wrap up this video, but before I do, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that has subscribed and that continues to watch my videos. Honestly, it's very overwhelming. I know 31,000 isn't that many subscribers in the grand scheme of things, but to me it is. I try to reply to as many people as I can. I don't do much on YouTube. There's a lot of trolls down there, but on Snapchat and Facebook Messenger and things like that, I try to respond to everybody. It has been more hectic at times. Keep in mind, I do work, I do go to school, and YouTube, editing, all this stuff takes a lot of time, but I try to get back to you guys as much as I possibly can. I just want to say thank you guys. I really do appreciate the support. It is crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy for me. So thank you one more time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Good night.